abilities to make all this sort of unbelievably fancy. That's stuff with. We do have online programs. We work with other, organizations, whatever. But this is just me with my iPad, trying to do my best. So online lectures that you'll watch, and of course you're required to read the stuff. And I have in the syllabus what chapters you should read. And ideally, you would read the stuff first, and then watch or listen to my lecture, look at the PowerPoint, and through all that stuff, you start understanding the materials, and then you apply the materials in books or in your own writing, or if you want to write a book, but in your own papers. You email me questions. You showcase your learning through things like the tweets and the forums or whatever. So, and I am going to teach you how to use some stuff like iMovie, and it's going to be super fun. But the thing is, you don't necessarily have to be a big, huge technical person to get all this, to understand it, nor to be able to actually use it. But it sort of helps. So if, like for instance, if you woke up this morning and you've never heard of the internet before, then you're probably not watching this. But part of figuring all that stuff out is doing it. Okay, so one thing that's interesting that I always like to tell folks, and I've done a little bit of research on this before. I've presented at conferences about stuff like this before. What do folks out there generally think people should be learning about technology generally? There's so much stuff out there, particularly when it comes to educational technology. And as I said, I'm not I'm not an IT person, whether it be information technology or instructional technology. I'm not that type of person. But I can be a robot. But in any case, a lot of folks say that we need to obviously understand all the various trends and everything like that and try to deal with them, and that's what we're doing. I'm still all about critical thinking and everything like that. But, and this is a little bit dated, but it's, 2013, so it's not horribly dated. But this particular person, Sarah Briggs, and this is all in the syllabus, said, here are the things, the emerging technologies, the cloud computing stuff, that we're on a cloud. We migrated to a cloud. Woo, we're in the clouds. I'm not using any clouds. Well, I might use some clouds. I don't know. Mobile learning, obviously. You could watch this stuff on your iPhones or your iPads. You can watch them wherever you are. If you're at work and it's boring, just watch a lecture. And apps. I have no specific apps necessarily for this class. And I'm going to make you tweet some stuff. And if I'm teaching like political communication, I'll ask folks to tweet responses to political speeches. Here, all you're doing is tweeting about anything that you think is cool about computer-mediated communication. I do have a hashtag for you. Tablet computing, obviously iPads. The MOOCs or MOOCs, or whatever the hell they're called, the massive open online courses. There are colleges out there that thousands and thousands of people take various classes. This could be there's only like 13 of you in here, but that the joke about the MOs or whatever it's called, the massive online open online administrators was a joke. In any case, I'll let you read it. Open content, so which means there is a textbook in here, but there are a lot of movement to have it, like the open stuff, like our library has some stuff and there are people moving to more sort of open free textbooks, which I'm actually all for. I didn't get there yet. Learning analytics, sometimes there's a lot of things. There's totally individualized learning, so certain technologies to figure out how to reach particular people and the way they learn. Games and gamification, basically teaching folks about things through online gaming. I'm sort of, there are not going to be any games in this class, maybe, but not really. No. 3D printing, I know nothing about that. I know 3D glasses. Virtual or remote laboratories. This doesn't lend itself to that. We're not going to dissect a llama virtually. Wearable technology, Google Glasses. They still have Google Glasses. They have the Google Watch stuff, but sometimes I think at some point somebody said, like a futurist said, they're going to put chips in our eyes, or little lenses where we can see a computer screen while we see everything else at the same time, and something in our brains we can do like that, sort of virtual and real all at the same time merged, which is going to be a trend in this class. So, oh crap! See, you can see how technologically advanced I am right there. Oh, my wife just got home. Well, that's a good thing. In any case, so there's other things, voice commands and all that type of stuff. I have another link here about various trends in educational technology from Edudemic that you can read if you want to go to that particular site. But there's also a lot of things juxtaposed with that people say that they want college students to learn. I mean, those things were emerging trends and tools educators are using to try to teach students. But then, what do students actually need to know? And I thought this is from a report from January 2014 in the U.S. News and World Report. Oh, that's a new thing. So there's 5 essential things that you can take a look at. So some very simple things. Typing ability. That's important. Online etiquette. You're going to learn that. Verse 3. Software suite basics. Maybe we'll learn a little bit about that. But this is not a software class. Online research chops. We're going to learn about that. How to find stuff via the internet. How to realize that something is fake news and not real news. That's really, really important. And issues of privacy and security. That's also very, very important. Hey, I'm doing a lecture. Maybe I should take a break. I think that was God saying take a break. Okay. So there is some interesting things about what folks think college students should be learning in sort of a class like this. But there's also more. You're going to be learning about media literacy. You should know what that means. I have another link here where you can go and learn what media literacy means. You're also going to be learning about digital literacy. There's another link there for you to understand what digital literacy is. Now it's a little bit different than media literacy. And then we'll also talk about issues of fake news, and I'll discuss how to sort through some of that stuff because it's unbelievably important nowadays in our contemporary world. Blah, blah, blah. So, I won't be using all the up-to-date cool stuff, but some of them. I won't be teaching you all the cool up-to-date things that perhaps you need to know, but quite a few of them. So, this is a very, very important class, aligning with a lot of trends, educational technology trends, what folks say folks should be learning about technology and media literacy and digital literacy and all that type of stuff, social media. And I will be back later on to cover some of the rest of the syllabus.